Welcome back to Better Living. I'm here with Dr. Ginger. We are talking about Jouvè skincare. Although if I were French, I would say it much better, wouldn't I?
You probably would, but that's okay.
I wish I were, because French is just so, it's very cool. But anyway, let's talk about Jouvè skincare. It does fantastic things. Tell me why, first of all, it's so important. We were just talking about it's not toxic, it's non-toxic. Why is it so important that we choose skincare that has a clean label?
Because as we were discussing, your skin is your body's largest organ. It absorbs everything you put on it. And over time, if you're using ingredients that are toxic, cancers, endocrine disruptors, even reproductive disorders can take place because of these toxins. And so I love Jouvè because we've eliminated all of that. We actually have a list called a never ever list of things we will never put in our products. Very common things like toxic preservatives, sulfates, like all sorts of things that internally can cause us damage.
I think that's something people forget about, you know, and they just slap things all over their skin. And it's not just skin cancer, it's things inside your body that it can cause damage to. Let's talk about some of those ingredients that consumers should be avoiding in their skincare products.
Well, one of them is in reference to preservatives. A lot of companies use toxic preservatives, and a great example is something called phenoxyethanol. I don't expect you to necessarily remember that, but if you see it written on your skincare product, you want to be aware, because that can cause internal issues, that can cause reproductive, endocrine and hormonal issues. And so in Jouvè, instead of using a synthetic toxic preservative, we use fermented radish root.
We all know what radish is.
Root, yeah.
Absolutely. And if you can use radish root instead, I would much prefer that. I know what that is instead of some chemical. What makes, besides those, maybe that is it, those products, is that what makes Jouvè different than other anti-aging products?
Well, that's just one example. Another example is colors. You'll see red dye number 40, yellow dye number 5 in many products. Well, we don't want to use those synthetic, potentially toxic, potentially carcinogenic dyes, so we use turmeric, curcumin, food-based. And so everything is just a little swap here and there, which ultimately long-term is going to give you not only better health effects, but also better skin effects.
That makes a ton of sense. Let's talk about some of the skin issues that people deal with. I know some of the skin issues I deal with. These wrinkles are one of them. I don't want my face to look as old as I really am. What are some of the skin issues that we deal with specifically like this time of year?
Well, wrinkles certainly is something probably every time of the year that we want to be aware of and we want to eliminate. And but dry skin is probably the other one. So wrinkles, dry skin, as well as dark spots, you know, uneven skin tone, blemishes, that type of thing. And that's why we have two products that we started with. The first is really to target the wrinkles, and it's amazing because it gives you an instant effect in 90 seconds without the toxic preservatives and harsh colors and things that many other companies are utilizing. But we also, with this product, so we give an instant effect for that instant gratification, but we have ingredients in here that will give you a long-term effect. So over time, 30, 60, 90, 120 days, 100% of our participants are seeing a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles because we're relaxing the muscle as opposed to a toxic injection or some other toxic topical product that you can put on.
Well, we are an instant gratification kind of society, so I love that. And then the fact that it's going to continue working is great. You mentioned also the dark spots. That's something that as we age, it just gets worse. A lot of times women who have children, sometimes that's an effect, the hormonal changes. When you have kids, you get these dark spots. So you also have a product that deals with that.
We do. Our dark spot corrector and brightening cream. A lot of companies use a toxic ingredient called hydroquinone to lighten or brighten their skin. But again, it has toxic effects on the body. And so we don't use that. We use an oil-soluble form of vitamin C that doesn't oxidize, and so that's our brightener. This is an amazing product, not only to even out skin tone, but also it doesn't have an oily residue to it, and so it's a great moisturizer as well. It has coral grass, it has all these amazing ingredients in there.
What age should we start? I mean, I'm certainly at the age where I should start using anti-aging, clearly, but what age should women start using these kind of products?
Well, skincare should really start in our teens from the inside out, teaching us how to eat the proper foods as we get into our teens and 20s, and it's probably in your 30s where you might start to see some changes to take place. So from then onward is really where the awareness comes into play, because when they're younger they think, oh, I look great, it's fine, but it's probably in your 30s is where you want to start taking a look.
And knowing to take care of your skin as you're going through that aging is very important. When I was a kid, you know, we didn't know any better, and you laid out in the sun when you were, you know, 12 and 13 and didn't know any better to put that sunscreen on. At least now we have that knowledge, and we don't let our kids do that.
Absolutely. And we don't use synthetic sunscreens in here as well, so nothing is synthetic in that regard. You know, you can actually protect your skin by the foods that you eat with natural sunscreens along those lines, and then some of the ingredients in here have a natural SPF, but you certainly don't want to slather these on and go sit out in the sun.
Yes. How can people get these fantastic products?
Well, independent representatives like myself utilize these and sell these, and there's several websites out there. BoutiqueJouvè.com is one of them, and there's many others out there that they can, you know, go online and find through social media in various ways. But we were just at the Grammys. We were EWG verified, Environmental Working Group verified. The natural products industry has certified us as well. So lots of great things behind this product line, Jouvè.
So if somebody starts using this and really loves it, they could become
a distributor.
Yes. And somebody that wants to share the product with other people.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about, sharing good things with people and not increasing their toxic load, but bringing goodness to them.
I think that's what you find, women who are passionate about a product, something that they really love, and then they want to share it with others. So BoutiqueJouvè.com.
Correct.
Is how you can get these products, and make sure you're taking care of your skin. It's so very, very important because it's the only skin that you have. It's not going anywhere. Do not get those toxins in your skin. Thanks so much for coming today. Make sure you take care of your skin. BoutiqueJouvè.com. We'll be right back.